Imagine living next door to a killer for decades, never suspecting a thing. A man who appeared ordinary, raising a family, working a professional job, blending seamlessly into his quiet Long Island neighborhood, all while committing some of the most chilling murders in modern American history. This is the story of the Gilgo Beach serial killer, and the shocking truth of how Rex Heuermann remained hidden in plain sight for years, striking fear into a community while maintaining a facade of normalcy. The story begins along Ocean Parkway, a stretch of road connecting the quiet suburbs of Long Island to the Atlantic coastline. For years, these streets were serene, dotted with family homes, small businesses, and parks. Yet beneath this veneer of calm, something sinister was unfolding. Young women, many working in the sex industry, began to vanish quietly, their disappearances unnoticed or dismissed as isolated incidents. Families searched desperately, but in a world before modern digital tracking and widespread social media awareness, many of these women disappeared without a trace. It was 2010 when the case first captured national attention. Police were investigating the disappearance of Shannon Gilbert, a young woman whose sudden vanishing sparked alarm. While searching for her, they stumbled upon something far more disturbing. Human remains scattered across the marshes and remote beaches near Gilgo Beach. Initially, it seemed like a single, isolated discovery, but as authorities dug deeper, more bodies were found, wrapped in burlap sacks, carefully concealed in dunes, marshes, and wooded areas along Ocean Parkway. The patterns were haunting. These were not accidents, not random tragedies, but the deliberate work of a serial killer operating over decades. Investigators quickly realized that these women, though unrelated in many aspects of their lives, were connected by the circumstances of their deaths. They were often young, in their 20s, and many were involved in sex work, a profession that left them vulnerable. Their disappearances, stretching back as far as the 1990s, went unnoticed until the accumulation of evidence revealed a horrifying reality. Each body told a story of cruelty, planning, and meticulous concealment. Among the victims whose deaths would later be connected to Rex Heuermann were Sandra Costilla, who disappeared in 1993, Karen Vergata in 1996, Valerie Mack in 2000, and Jessica Taylor in 2003. Later, Maureen Brainerd Barnes in 2007, Melissa Barthelemy in 2009, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello in 2010. Each of these women had families, friends, and dreams that were cut tragically short. For their loved ones, the pain was compounded by years of uncertainty, waiting for answers that seemed just out of reach. And then there was Rex Heuermann, a man who managed to live a double life so convincingly that even the most diligent investigators struggled to see him as a threat. He was a 62-year-old architectural consultant, married, and a father. A man who participated in community life, walked the streets of Massapequa Park without raising suspicion, and maintained the appearance of an ordinary, law-abiding citizen. Yet, behind this unassuming exterior, authorities allege he was responsible for the deaths of 8 women, committing his crimes over nearly 2 decades without being detected. For years, Heuermann's ability to evade detection baffled law enforcement. The murders were spread out over long periods, often separated by years, and the victims were placed in locations that made discovery difficult. He carefully concealed his crimes, disposing of bodies in marshes and dunes where the tide, wildlife, and dense terrain helped obscure evidence. In this way, he blended into the rhythm of everyday life, commuting to work, attending family events, and interacting with neighbors who never suspected a thing. The investigation itself was a monumental task, with so much time passing between disappearances and so many variables in the lives of the victims. Linking the cases was no simple feat. Authorities had to piece together decades of missing information, cross-reference cell phone records, revisit cold cases, and apply modern forensic science to old evidence. DNA analysis became crucial, allowing investigators to identify victims and eventually connect them to a single perpetrator. Each small lead became a vital thread in unraveling a dark tapestry of crimes that had haunted Long Island for years. One of the pivotal breakthroughs came when forensic teams discovered DNA evidence on a seemingly innocuous item, a discarded pizza crust. It may seem mundane, but in the world of forensic investigation, such a discovery can be monumental. This DNA, combined with cell phone records placing Heuermann near multiple crime scenes, created an unbreakable link between him and the murders. After years of painstaking work, authorities were able to build a case that left little room for doubt. In April 2026, Rex Heuermann pleaded guilty to the murders of 8 women. The confession confirmed investigators' suspicions. The man who had lived quietly among his neighbors, the man whose life seemed ordinary in every conceivable way, had committed crimes of unimaginable cruelty. He now faces life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, a sentence reflecting both the severity of his actions and the suffering inflicted upon his victims and their families. Yet, even with Heuermann's conviction, questions remain. Not every body found near Gilgo Beach has been definitively linked to him. Shannon Gilbert, the young woman whose disappearance initiated the investigation, remains a haunting mystery. Other bodies discovered in the same area may be connected to separate perpetrators or may still represent unresolved cases. These unanswered questions serve as a reminder of the lingering shadows that even a solved case can cast. The Gilgo Beach serial killer case shocked the nation not only because of the crimes themselves, but because of the audacity and patience of the perpetrator. Heuermann's ability to remain hidden for decades challenges our assumptions about safety, normalcy, and the people who live among us. It serves as a stark warning that appearances can be deceiving, that evil can hide behind the most familiar of facades, and that justice often requires extraordinary perseverance to achieve. It also underscores the evolution of investigative techniques. From DNA analysis to digital tracking, the tools that law enforcement now wields can unravel crimes that might have gone unnoticed in the past. The case highlights the importance of forensic science, meticulous detective work, and the willingness to re-examine cold cases with fresh eyes. It is a testament to the dedication of investigators who refuse to let time erase the truth. Most importantly, the case reminds us of the victims. Each woman whose life was taken too soon deserves to be remembered, her story honored. Their families, after years of waiting, finally received some measure of justice. Yet the scars of loss remain. The investigation, trial, and conviction offer answers, but they also serve as a sobering reflection on vulnerability, the consequences of invisibility in society, and the necessity of awareness and compassion for those whose lives are often marginalized. As we look back on the Gilgo Beach serial killings, we are confronted with uncomfortable truths about human nature, deception, and the fragility of perceived safety. Yet we are also reminded that perseverance, science, and unwavering commitment to truth can overcome even the most cunning of criminals. The memory of the victims endures as a call to vigilance, empathy, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Their stories continue to teach lessons about resilience, the power of investigation, and the enduring importance of holding perpetrators accountable, no matter how long they hide in plain sight. In the end, the Gilgo Beach case is more than a tale of murder. It is a narrative about the intersection of darkness and normalcy, the hidden lives that can exist within quiet neighborhoods, and the ultimate triumph of truth over concealment. It challenges us to question what we assume about those around us, to value the works of those who seek justice, and to never forget the human lives lost along the way. For the families, the victims, and the community, this story is a somber reminder that evil can sometimes walk unnoticed among us, but it cannot remain hidden forever.